Mona Louise Parsons was born on February 17, 1901, in Middleton, Nova Scotia. She was the youngest of 3 children and was known to be very adventurous and independent. Not much is known about her early years. In 1929, Mona moved to New York City, where she attended a school of expression, venturing on to become a chorus girl in the Ziegfeld Follies. After being a part of the infamous Broadway show, Mona received news that her mother had fallen ill. It was then that she decided to return and care for her mother. During this time, she fell in love with nursing. She promptly returned back to New York to attend Jersey School of Medicine. She graduated with honors in 1935. After graduation, she was introduced to Willem Leonhardt. 5 months later, they were married in Laren, Netherlands, where they remained until Nazi invasion in 1940. During the war, the two felt they needed to do something. They decided to join a unit dedicated to rescuing Allied airmen who had been injured. To do this, Mona and Willem decided they would help by hiding airmen in their own home, a residence referred to as Ingleside. All was going well until 2 traitors outed them to the Gestapo in 1941. Willem fled capture by finding a safe haven at his cousin's, while Mona insisted she stayed. After questioning, Mona was arrested and taken to Wieringen's prison. After further interrogation and no confession from Mona, she was taken to Amstelveen's prison. She was then taken to the Carlton Hotel. During her trial, she spaced out, not understanding much of what was being said. That was until she heard death sentence. Mona kept her composure following the trial, going as far as greeting the judge and the German soldiers. Due to her composure, the judge followed Mona, complimenting the sheer calmness that she radiated, advised her that a life sentence was more than enough. 4 years later, Mona managed to escape prison. With the help of another woman, they managed to escape, posing as 2 German sisters. The 2 were separated. But eventually, Mona reached a Canadian battalion, where she was rescued and reunited with Willem, who passed away in 1956. Mona returned to Nova Scotia, where she married her childhood friend Henry Foster. In the late 60s, she moved to Wolfville, Nova Scotia until her death in 1976. She was honored for her bravery and resilience by a British Air Marshal, Lord Tedder, and U.S. President Eisenhower. Mona Louise Parsons was the first and only Canadian woman imprisoned and given a death sentence in her time. Mona was no soldier, commander, nor head of anything. She was a socialite who saw what was happening was wrong and figured she could help.